Today we're talking about something very dark, you know. I think I use the word dark because it's so hidden, you know. We don't speak about it in the most positive of terms when we do. Speaking about shame, you know, and the word I learned this week was shamophobia. Which is a word that exists around the psychologists, I believe, in the psychology world. And, you know, Julia, you deal a lot in this world. I mean, just to kick it off, you know, when we talk about shame, we never really know what are we saying? What is shame? So, you know, how do you define it?
Yeah, so first of all, I just want to say on the record, this is a very brave topic. And it's brave not only for, you know, your listeners who are men, it's a brave topic for women as well. It's a brave topic for everyone, right? So what we talk about in shame is what we call the shame 101s. So nobody wants to talk about it.
Yes.
Shame thrives in secrecy, silence, and in judgment. So it can't stand being spoken about, right? So no one wants to talk about it. Even the word shame gives everybody the thriller, you know, that good South African word. And the fact is that we all experience it. It's a universal, quite a primitive emotion that we all experience, especially when we are sitting with some self-talk and a perception of, I'm not good enough. Something about who I am is deeply flawed and therefore unworthy, not deserving of connection, belonging, or acceptance. So as humans, we are hardwired for that kind of connection. Even if you're the biggest introvert, right? So the threat or the fear of some kind of disconnection, being pushed out of that proverbial tribe, is such a real thing for us. That we would rather not experience it at all. So one, we all experience it. It's universal. Two, no one wants to talk about it. And three, the less we talk about it, the more it grows in the dark.
So, I mean, we sit there and we're like, yeah, you know, shame on him, you know, shame on you. And I think that's what pushes people back in those closets, so to speak, you know. But there's also an inverse to that. You know, there are two words that I think kind of are synonymous. And I just want to get, do you believe these two are the same? You know, when we talk about someone feeling guilty or feeling some type of guilt, you know, how different is that from someone feeling shame?
Yes. So it's really astute of you to make that distinction, right? So in fact, in this work, we look at 4 different emotions and distinctions. So these are what we call self-conscious emotions. So what I mean by that is that these 4 emotions, shame, guilt, humiliation, and embarrassment, all make us feel very self-conscious, like all eyes are on us, right? And you might even have a very similar somatic experience, like you get a hot flush or something happens in your physiology. We'll talk about how shame shows up in our bodies because it's really important that we tune into that because it can then help us to work through it. But those are 4 self-conscious emotions that all humans experience, but they are different. There are these variables. So if we talk to shame first, and I know that's what we're going to be covering today in more detail, shame is a belief about self. Something about who I am is faulty, defective, unworthy, less than. There's something about a belief that this is who I fundamentally am. So with shame, it's I am bad. With guilt, it's something I've done. It's related to behavior. I've done something bad. So it's very subtle, and you're right, we do use these interchangeably, but this is part of the lesson, is that we need to be able to say right now, I feel bad because of something I've done, versus I am bad because that's just who I am.